welcome to this episode. Today we're diving into a really nuanced framework on trust, developed by Suri Surinder, a global C-level executive. It's not your usual take on trust as a simple concept, but rather a detailed breakdown into 10 dimensions across 4 categories.
Yeah, it's fascinating because trust often gets oversimplified, right? Like, you either trust someone or you don't. But this framework really challenges that by showing how trust operates on multiple levels: cognitive, affective, conative, and integrative.
Exactly. Let's start with cognitive trust, which is all about information. It includes maturity, veracity, and confidentiality. Maturity here means how well you consider different perspectives before making a decision, especially when you might be biased.
That's a critical point. In leadership, cognitive flexibility is key. A leader who actively seeks out dissenting opinions before finalizing a strategy is demonstrating maturity. It's not just about being smart, but about being open-minded.
Right. Then veracity is about how completely and truthfully you communicate information, even when there's pressure to withhold or spin it. It's different from honesty because it focuses specifically on the accuracy and fullness of the information shared.
So, for example, if a project hits a setback, veracity means reporting that transparently, even if it might hurt your reputation. It's about the integrity of the information flow.
And confidentiality is the ability to keep sensitive information secure, resisting the temptation to reveal it. This is crucial in high-stakes environments, like executive leadership or client relationships.
Moving on to affective trust, which is emotion-based. It includes sensitivity, stability, and authenticity. Sensitivity is about empathy, really tuning into others' needs regardless of their position.
Yeah, and stability refers to being emotionally even-keeled, especially under stress. That kind of calmness reassures teams during crises.
Authenticity is interesting too. It's about being true to yourself despite external pressures to conform. That kind of genuineness builds real connections and reduces cognitive dissonance in interactions.
Then we have conative trust, which is action-based. It covers reliability, honesty, and uniformity. Reliability is straightforward, delivering on commitments even when juggling multiple priorities.
Honesty here is broader than veracity. It's about ethical behavior and moral uprightness in all actions, no matter how big or small the task.
And uniformity means being even-handed and impartial, avoiding favoritism based on prior relationships. That's essential for fairness in leadership and governance.
Finally, integrative trust is the synthesis of all these dimensions: cognitive, affective, and conative. It's about integrity, the congruence of thoughts, feelings, and actions across all situations and audiences.
So a leader whose public statements, private beliefs, and behaviors align consistently is demonstrating this integrative trust. It's the holistic trustworthiness we all aspire to.
The framework also includes a scoring system, rating each dimension from 0 to 10. Total scores below 40 suggest significant room for growth. Between 40 and 80 indicate a solid foundation, and above 80 reflect high trustworthiness.
That scoring can be really useful for self-reflection or 360-degree feedback. It helps identify specific areas to develop, whether in leadership coaching or organizational culture initiatives.
What I find compelling is how this multidimensional approach avoids the trap of treating trust as a binary. It acknowledges the interplay between dimensions. For instance, how affective trust like empathy can reinforce cognitive trust like maturity.
And cognitive trust operationalizes those into consistent behavior. But measuring these can be tricky, right? Self-assessments and peer ratings can be subjective, and context matters a lot.
Absolutely. The framework is a mental model, not a strict formula. It's a tool to deepen understanding and guide development rather than a definitive scorecard.
So to wrap up, dissecting trust into these 10 dimensions gives us a nuanced, actionable way to think about trustworthiness. It encourages reflection on how alignment across thought, feeling, and action leads to true integrity.
Yeah, and for anyone in leadership or complex organizational roles, this framework offers a robust lens to evaluate and build trust in a sophisticated way.
Thanks for joining us in this deep dive. Hopefully, it gives you some fresh perspectives on trust that you can apply in your own professional and personal contexts.
Definitely. Take a moment to reflect on your own trust profile. where you're strong and where there's room to grow. It's a powerful exercise.
Until next time.